Okay, guys, the first podcast that I listened to was by Nutrition Diva, and it was Can You Get Enough Fiber Out of a Low Carb Diet? I do a lot of low carb diets. I got some health reasons why I do it, so I was particularly interested in this one because of it. So we're going to move on to what is fiber and why do we need it? Fiber is referred to carbohydrates that we can't digest. It's typically found in vegetables, grains, and fruits, and it can help prevent heart disease, diabetes, weight gain, and also improve some digestive health issues. Glycemic carbohydrates would be the next section. Low carb diets are the way to help you if you have insulin resistance or in order to keep your blood sugars down as well. Sugars are usually found in white flour with high glycemic carbohydrates. High glycemic carbohydrates are usually found in things made with white flour, sugar, drinks like soda, desserts, pasta, everything that's really good and that I want to eat all the time. Glycemic index, we want to make sure that is kept at a minimum. We want to keep it low. So like peanuts and strawberries and carrots and apples are low glycemic. The medium ones that we can kind of get smaller portions of would be like bananas, fettuccine noodles, orange juice. I really love orange juice, so I really have to limit myself on the orange juice. The high ones would be everything that I wish I could eat every day would be potatoes and white bread and short-grained rice. Like I said, we just want to make sure we're staying within the low glycemic index. Mostly, it just has less to no white flour and added sugars within it. So with that being said, what should we be eating more of? While being on a low-carb diet, we should make sure that we're consuming dairy and whole grain on a strict limit. We need to make sure we're only eating moderate amounts of fruit since they usually have a lot of sugars in them. Vegetables are pretty much fair game. So low glycemic fruits are going to be cherries, strawberries, and blueberries, and raspberries. What I find is easy is for like breakfast when I'm on the go, going to class or something, I'll have like a little bag of strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. I'm not a huge cherry fan, but definitely strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries that I take to class for, like I said, breakfast or something, or a quick snack even. Low glycemic drinks are going to be Coke Zero, water, Diet Fanta, Diet Dr. Pepper. I drink a lot of water. I'm kind of a water kid. My parents, when I was little, they would get me a Sprite just to be nice through the drive-thru, and I'd kick and scream and cry because it wasn't water. So I was kind of that weird kid, probably still am. But I really love water, but sometimes you do have to have that caffeine. So should be drinking Coke Zero, but I definitely just go for regular Coke, which is probably the worst one out there for you. Moving on to snacks, almonds, dried fruit, cashews. I love almonds, but if I'm craving something sweet, Blue Diamond has a great almond container, like a smaller container that's like a strawberry flavored or a blueberry flavored. It's got sugars in it, so if I stray away from the low glycemic, I do eat probably like 5 or 6 of those, but that's probably like once a week or something like that. So I really try to stick with this low carb diet, which we have going on here. The daily goal, according to this podcast, is fiber should be between 25 to 30 grams a day. This can be found in black bean soup if you just want to eat black bean soup to just get all your fiber in. Lots of fruits, fruit salads, and the vegetables that I've listed above. It kind of surprised me that it was found in black bean soup. I know beans are a source of fiber, but within the low-carb diet, you hear beans and you kind of flip out. Like, you stay away from beans. Beans are no good, blah, 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 blah. They're a good source of protein, but I will take maybe like a spoonful of black beans after I've rinsed them off and everything and put them in like a taco salad or something if I'm looking for that. The next article that I read is 5 foods that aren't exactly healthy for you as you think. Ben Greenfield had a pretty good podcast on these 5 foods. I've listed 3 here, which are probably your main ones. He talks about pasteurized milk. I I am allergic to caseinate and whey, so I don't drink milk anymore, eat cheeses, anything like that, or I try to not. So I know quite a bit about milk, but pasteurized milk lacks a lot of nutrients that almond milk or soy milk might have. Almond milk is the lower in glycemic carbohydrates than pasteurized milk, so that's probably, if you get the unsweetened version, it's probably a lot healthier for you than that. Energy bars. I looked up, he said that a lot of the energy bars have added sugars, fructose corn syrup, and other additives to it. I love Lara bars. They're all natural ingredients and have, at most, is what I have seen, 6 ingredients in each bar. Ingredients that he talks about ingredients that you can add yourself, so you should be able to make them at home with no problem and stuff like that. The banana bread is actually in the picture. This is what I probably eat the most. The only ingredients it has in it is almonds, dates, and unsweetened bananas. So super easy to make, definitely in the low GL section. And he talks about wheat bread. I'm a big, I don't eat wheat bread, but I eat rye bread. Even though wheat bread is probably healthier than white bread, there's always healthier options out there. We're always getting them. Ben Greenfield suggests that we should try seaweed wraps or kale instead, or kale wraps instead. I love sushi, but I'm not sure if I can do a seaweed wrap, but I am not going to knock it until I try it. So seaweed wraps definitely, and kale instead. I love to wrap my sandwiches in lettuce or something like that. So I'm also trying to health that up a little bit. So what I just asked you guys is, what's in your fridge? Ben Greenfield talks about how he's got a lot of almonds in his fridge, eggs in his fridge. He does coconut milk instead of almond milk. I like almond milk, so I do almond milk. And a couple of things like that. This is nori wraps, fish, organic beef, blueberries, nuts, chia seeds, avocados. So he does a lot of that. I just thank you guys so much for listening, and I had a lot of fun actually doing these podcasts and recording, and I wish I was at the meeting tonight. Have a great night, everyone.